Well, the private aviation industry is having a lofty year. While many commercial airlines are struggling, demand for private jets is surging. But with supply chain issues and logistical challenges, it's set to be a bumpy ride ahead. Kyoko Gasha takes a closer look at what's driving this market.
The COVID-19 pandemic may have initially grounded air travel, but these days, as private jet travel takes off, the skies are getting crowded.
We see unprecedented demand for our subscription product. Corporations want safety and they want predictability of a transportation system, allowing their sea levels and their decision makers to get from A to B to Z in a most effective way and point to point. And that demand is certainly higher than we have ever seen.
Global aviation firm Vista offers a variety of services, including on-demand flights and private jet travel at an hourly rate. It sold more than 8,000 new annual subscription hours in the first 6 months of this year. That's an increase of 67% compared to the same period last year, and a 41% rise over 2019. Ad hoc flights are up as well, and the rush isn't limited to Vista. Rival NetJets says demand for its flights is at the highest level in the company's 57-year history. More than a year and a half into the COVID-19 pandemic, interest in private aviation is surging. Safety concerns, limited commercial flights, and a travel backlog have all contributed to a jump in passengers well beyond pre-pandemic numbers. According to consultants McKinsey & Company, only about 10% of those who could afford to fly privately did so before the pandemic. That changed last year. Many of the industry's customers are first-time private flyers who can afford to spend $6,000 for a one-hour flight. But there are challenges to making private jet travel a smooth experience.
Supply chain issues, labor issues, fuel shortages, getting chips. That's really creating some level of havoc on the private aviation system. Planes that were scheduled to come out of maintenance on Tuesday, they're still there on Friday.
Some of the major players have had to limit new memberships to ensure they can meet the demands of current customers. Complying with COVID-19 rules adds another layer of complexity.
Every flight takes about 4 times as much work, okay, and that being either other information required or manual work or what have you, but between the COVID and the PCR tests and the certificates and the ever-changing rule between countries.
Challenges aside, the surge in demand shows no signs of slowing down. 100% of new private flyers surveyed by Private Jet Card Comparisons say they plan to continue after the pandemic. Vista says it's adding up to 10 new Bombardier 7500s to its fleet. They'll allow passengers to fly farther, faster, as private jet travel reaches new heights. Kyoko Gasha, TLT World, New York.